All right, so here's an update on the Reverie cymbal line, and I'm going to do a rundown of all the series that we're going to offer, the specs of each cymbal. As we get closer to the launch, things are getting dialed in a way that I'm super happy about and I'm super excited to share with you, so let's dive in. For a little backstory, I've been working on launching this brand of cymbals for going on 2 years now. I started putting out models that I called the Reverie prototypes early last year, and yeah, it's been a wild process because it's completely different from what I have been doing with the Timothy Roberts handcrafted cymbal brand. That line has been in production since 2021, and I've kind of taken the approach that every cymbal is a unique creation, and I'm not looking to really replicate cymbals. I'm just trying to capture sonic vibes. And throughout the years of the Timothy Roberts brand, I have been slowly releasing series, but the series themselves aim to capture a vibe rather than a more specific sound. And so as I've grown my custom cymbal line and my brand, I've been seeing this thing on the horizon that I knew was a problem I would need to address, which is at what point do you cap the growth? Because I'm one person with a hammer, one person at the lathe crafting cymbals, and as it grows, there's always going to be a tipping point where you have to put out more product, and inevitably you run into this dilemma where you typically lower your prices, you're putting more product out, and the product quality ends up suffering. And you're just in that zone of having to produce. You're not able to take the appropriate time with each instrument to ensure that it sounds its best. So I saw that in the horizon as the brand was growing and developing, and I knew there needed to be something done about it, which was the impetus for Reverie Cymbals. With the launch of the Reverie brand, we're actually able to grow, and there's not really going to be a cap like there is on the Timothy Roberts cymbal line. So with all of that, I've actually come up with the numbers where I will not make a certain amount of cymbals more than this number for the TR brand, just so that I can maintain the quality, maintain the integrity behind the instrument, and I don't have to worry about making those sacrifices. So with that, 2 years of prototyping, coming up with ideas for series and specs and what kind of sounds would fit more into a mainstream market, here's what I've come up with. I've got 3 series, I've got 3 weight specifications, and then there are specific sizes for each model. Now, the 3 different series are the Duco, the Foundation, and the Lab. The Duco is where we explore darker, dirtier, slightly dry sounds. So we utilize unlathed crust. We have a fair amount of topography, and we're really looking for kind of like a gritty, gnarly kind of dark sound to the cymbals. Then we have the Foundation, which is the most straight down the line, really good handmade cymbal sound. It's slightly cleaner, and the shapes are a little bit lower, so you can use these cymbals for rock and roll all day. Nice clear cutting bells, nice crashes, nothing too funky, nothing too clean, and they're going to be the most versatile option in the Reverie line. And then lastly, we have the Lab, which is a play off of my series, The Labyrinth, from the Timothy Roberts line. The Lab is where we explore higher profiles, which are typically associated with jazz and acoustic music, because you get this really cool dragon's breath kind of complexity and growl to the sound. And to me, those 3 lines kind of encompass most of the sounds that we're looking to get from all the different genres that drummers play. And there's going to be plenty of different options within there. And the next important question to address is, okay, how am I going to deal with weights? Most major brands do not post the exact gram weight of their cymbal when they're selling the model, and there's usually a range within which they fall. And so in line with this, we're going to be offering all the cymbals in 3 different weight classifications. It's going to be 1, 2, and 3, and 1 is the thinnest, 2 is a medium, 3 is heavy. Now, it's When we say thin, medium, and heavy, it's probably slightly different than what the major brands would say. Our threes, or the heaviest that we make, are not crazy, crazy heavy, unless they're going to be a cymbal that's designed for metal or heavy rock. Those typical threes are going to still be crashable. They'll have plenty of bright ping and a nice cutting bell, and you'll be able to use them for rock. And then there's going to be maybe another designation down the road that's, Super 3 or whatever. I don't know what we're going to end up calling it. This is going to allow us to keep the brand Reverie within a window or a spectrum, so to speak, where we're really dealing with the kind of cymbals that drummers nowadays are wanting. There has definitely been a trend towards thinner cymbals over the decades, as we kind of every brand is kind of hearkening back to, the vintage cymbal and how they were made way back in the day in Turkey. And so drummers like those kinds of sounds that are dark and big crashes, but they're still looking for articulation. And so we're still going to be in that zone with all of the cymbals, even our heaviest ones. I have cymbalsmiths now working for Reverie that fall right in line with that, and they're doing phenomenal work. And so we're ready. We're ready to put this out into the world, but I want to tap through some of the cymbals so you can just kind of generally hear the sounds that we're getting, and then you guys can let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching. Drop a comment below and let me know what you think about the Reverie cymbal line. And reach out to us directly. Send me an email, tim@reveriedrums.com. Visit our website, reveriedrums.com, for more information on all the various things that we do here at Reverie. And until next time, I'm Timothy Roberts. Please like, subscribe, share, hit the bell if you want notifications. We'll see you guys next time.